What you wearing, ayy? What you wearing, man? That's Crunchy Brian. What you wearing, ayy? What you wearing, man? That's Crunchy Brian. What you wearing, ayy? What you wearing, man? That's Crunchy Brian. What you wearing, ayy? What you wearing?
That right there, right?
Yes.
The little circle.
Circle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Sound good? All right, and then you might hit the record button. Hitting the record button for me, or it's already. I'm I'm asleep. Welcome back, everybody, to a special holiday edition of the interviews hosted by your charming host, Crunchy Riot. I have the pleasure of hosting a very special guest by the name of, for those that don't know you.
Hello, I'm Adriana or Air sometimes, yeah.
So we were able to grab her for an interview real quick for the for a special segment of spin the wheel, and we have her lovely boyfriend in the back helping us out with the audio and visuals by the name of Gutter Gutter. As some of y'all know, legendary photographer, conceptual artist. I speak for everybody when I say we miss him dearly, and hopefully one day, if the passion is there, you can come back and bless us with some more work.
One day.
Just one day, we hey, take your time, keep living life, let the inspiration find you. We not rushing nothing over here. We'll be ready when you're ready. So, for those that don't know you, go ahead and tell them what you do and how long you've been doing it.
Yeah, so I'm an artist. I specialize in paintings. Mostly that's kind of what I started really back in high school.
Mhm.
But ever since then I kind of transitioned into experimenting with different medias. I was like doing screen printing for a while, which I really loved. And now I kind of transferred those designs more into tattooing. So I've been under an apprenticeship for about 8 months now, and I'm trying to make that my full-time artistry there.
It kind of sounds like me, like with this, because I
Yeah.
do fashion, I do painting, but
Yeah.
I also feel like there's other things I can do. Like that's why whenever people ask me, like, so, like, are you a designer? Are you an artist? Or hey, I just create, man. I
hmm
make things. Like I have a vision, I want to make it happen. I put it out.
Yeah.
So is it something like that?
Yes, it's very much like that. Yeah. And I think like the different visual forms might be the same.
Right.
I mean different, but the message is still the same. That whatever message you want to come across or anybody like it's still your vision,
Yeah.
whatever it may be. Yeah.
Everything that you're creating is I'm not sure if I'm using the correct wording for it. An embodiment of your personality and the way you express yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So we're gonna do the spin the wheel. We were supposed to do it with another guest. So we are gonna have another female guest on here, but she flaked unfortunately, and which is why I had to do a solo episode
Okay.
doing it by myself. But luckily, you and Gutter Gutter were able to, make it. So it's gonna be fun to try, experiment with this on YouTube with a guest.
Yeah.
Without further ado, want to do the honors?
Yes. Okay. Okay, so I just spin it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
First question. What was your least, okay, starting off the bat with this one. What was your least favorite thing about the fashion show that you modeled in? So hold on real quick before you answer that.
Okay, yeah.
I forgot to throw this out there. So a little while ago, the fashion show that we had, if y'all haven't already seen the video, she was a model in the line. You probably remember her, and you probably remember the girl in the yellow sweater and the orange pants.
Mhm.
That was Miss right here. So, give us what was your least favorite thing about modeling the show?
Okay. Let's see.
You can be honest.
Honestly, my least favorite thing was honestly nothing to do with you.
Mhm.
It was like it was more like a personal preference on how the hairstylist did my hair.
Hmm.
Because that was like I don't really get my hair done like that by other people. So sometimes like people assume different things on like what you mean? Especially for girls, it's like very like you like what you like type of thing.
Yeah.
But honestly, I would say that if I had to say if
Just
I had
the
to say something, you know?
just the hairstyling.
Yeah, just the hair, I think, or
What did they do that you didn't like about it?
um
Or what was your
in my
preference?
yeah, in my I'm an overthinker.
Me too.
So in my head I was like, "Oh, it's just too curly." Especially with the outfit, with like the sweater and the pants. It was just too curly for me, but I still made it work. We still made it work. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember who styled your hair. It was a lot going on, so I can't like
Yeah.
remember who was doing it. But
Honestly, I don't really remember either, but yeah. That's what I would say.
that was about it. Just the hairstyling.
Honestly, yeah.
Hmm.
That's what yeah.
Hmm. I would say the least favorite thing about the whole fashion show itself, I guess just the whole process of elimination of like models, because they told me that I could pick models that I wanted, right?
Mhm.
And I thought everything was confirmed. Like I got my models, cool, but then I learned later on that like, oh, your models got to be like cleared by these people. Make sure that
Mhm.
they're the standard for the bureau.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, excuse my language, but it's just like it was like wow, like I never realized they were like this strict on like picking models,
Yeah.
and because of that, a lot of models flaked. Pardon me.
Hmm.
A lot of models flaked. They required models to like send videos of them walking, which I didn't really understand.
Hmm.
I guess. I mean, you did it though.
Yeah,
Big shout out to you for doing it,
we
because like I appreciate y'all for having the patience. Because honestly, if I was in your position, I probably would have like felt a little iffy on it. Like I don't know if I would have
Yeah.
did it, but big shout out to all the models that like still,
Yes.
um, was patient with me and
Hmm.
they sent in their submissions because it was a lot to deal with. Like I just want y'all to know, like these fashion shows, there'd be so much going on behind the scenes. Like a lot of
Hmm.
people are. I'm gonna just go ahead and use the pizza parlor analogy. A lot of people are used to, tasting the final product of a pizza, but they don't know like what it takes for the pizza to taste the way it does. They don't
Hmm.
understand that you have to have a certain dough, you have to keep it a certain temperature, you got to put a certain water on it, like you got to toss it a certain way and like make sure the sauce is a certain way, and people don't really
Yeah.
think too much like about all that. And I guess you could say the same thing about like, the whole overnight success thing. Like um, a lot of celebrities, singers, entertainers, like a lot of them have been doing this for like
Yeah.
years. Like a lot of them were like singing since they were babies, and then
Hmm.
eventually they found their footing like maybe in their late 20s and late 30s.
Hmm.
That's just my take on it. That was a good one. All right. What lesson do you take from walking in the show?
Ooh, that's a good question. What lesson do I take from walking the show? Honestly, a lot. That was like my first
That was your first show.
runway show I've ever done.
Hmm. Good job.
So
You did a really good job for your
I
first
learned a
time.
lot from just that one experience. Um, but I think the biggest lesson would be just like confidence. Just because it was my first one, I was like a little nervous. And because there was like so many other models and so many other people there. But yeah, just confidence in myself personally, and I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, just I would say another lesson is when it's time to show out, you have to show out. You know what I mean? Like you can't be scared. You at the moment, like you really can't. You know, it's either like
Hmm.
you do it or you don't do it. So, and in the moment you have to do it, so you have to do your best.
Kind of like what
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf said. It's a tongue twister. Shia LaBeouf, where you're just like, do it.
Yeah,
You just got to do it, man.
that moment, that's how I felt.
I would say the
Yeah.
lesson I took. I'm thinking a little bit. I'm pondering a little bit.
Yeah.
I would say, kind of like what you said. Like, you can have like nerves and all that, but at the end of the day, you got to throw all that out
Yeah.
when it's showtime, because
Yeah, when it's a showtime, like yeah.
get ready to work.
Hmm.
I will also say too, I guess I kind of learned that I can't really rely on certain people to do certain things.
Okay.
I guess like the whole like as we were speaking on earlier, like the whole process of like, having the models have to do this and do that,
Yeah.
like it kind of shows you like who's willing to like really like like take the extra mile to like, be a part of
Mm-hmm.
something. And with my brand, I guess like the only thing I ask for is that you do show up. So if you, as
Mm-hmm.
long as you show up, I can recognize the effort. So like it can just start from like you being on this podcast, showing up. Like that's all I can really ask for.
Yeah.
Whether you're late or not, it don't really matter. It's like, can you be here? And as long as you're able to like be present, I feel like we can always work from that. But
Mm-hmm.
that's yeah. I don't really got too much to add to that.
Yeah.
All right.
Because that was like your first time like working with that kind of organization, right? Who kind of put it together
So like I've done fashion shows before, but it was my first time working with the bureau.
with the bureau, yeah.
Yeah, like that was my
Okay.
first time.
So I'm sure even from working from them, you like learned a lot too from that experience.
For sure. Actually,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm glad you mentioned that. So like, I will say this: I didn't know there's an app where like, like every designer had like tasks they had to do. Task that they had to do,
Mm-hmm.
and so you have to like make sure you have your models listed, their weight, their height, the size of the clothes, the music, the you know the video. Like they have like all these tasks that they have in this app called Asana, where you have to get it done a certain time. Otherwise, you can either they'll either figure out something for you, or
Yeah.
they'll just scrap it.
Yeah, like cut you off.
Yeah, I didn't realize all that went into it, but then I came to realize like I'm not the only designer part of the show, so they have to have these things in place
Yeah.
for things to work cohesively.
Mm-hmm.
But it was still all new to me because I'm usually in the underground scene. We kind of just like do stuff out of the whim.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we don't really have like it's just like okay, we got to get this done, we got to do this, we got to do this, but we
Yeah.
don't we don't have like a like a
I guess
laundry
like
list.
someone to report it to,
Exactly.
you know what I
Like
mean? Like
we just got it
y'all
done.
kind of just do it. Yeah.
So this is a tattoo question.
Okay.
Have you ever had a client cry during a tattoo session?
So I would know only because I haven't been doing it long enough to
Mhm.
have someone cry
How long you been
on
doing it?
me. I've only been doing it for about 8 months, but I've only been tattooing on skin for about a month.
Oh,
Almost two now.
so you kind of you just getting
Yeah,
you're new to this.
I'm like a baby learning how to crawl, barely. Yeah. But
How's it been so far? You like it?
it's been, yes, such an emotional journey. It's a lot of pressure also, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah.
Emotions? What kind of
Yeah.
emotions?
Um, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to explain it. I go through such a roller coaster, like from anxiety
Mhm.
to excitement to like, because it's something permanent that you're cutting into someone's body and things like that, you know?
Mhm.
But so it is, I feel a lot of pressure to do it. That's why like I do want to care about what I do and I want to do a good job. But then once I finish it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like everything was cool. We did a good job. Like such that sense of relief and accomplishment that I get whenever I finish something that it just keeps me going.
I could
Yeah.
relate. Yeah. I know that
Hmm.
feeling. I kind of feel the same way about like whenever I used to like paint. I mean, not used to, but taking a
Yeah.
break now, but whenever I do paint, it's like you're like, how's it gonna look when I do it? Like,
Yeah.
'cause this is permanent. I can't take it out. Like, how's it gonna look when I do it? And then
Hmm.
you do it, and it may not be exactly how you pictured it, but it satisfactory work for, the most part. You're like, I
Yeah.
did it. Like, I didn't, I was doubting myself, I had all these feelings, and then you do it, and you're like,
Hmm.
okay. I will
Yeah.
say this though, those feelings never go away. It don't matter how many times you do it, how many times you get used to it. Those feelings never go away. I think the only thing is like as you get older, you just know how to process it better.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, that's a good point. But I think that shows that you care too.
mhm.
because you think about those things and you do go through those little emotions. And then I think that shows that you care about what you're putting out. Yeah.
Where do you if you don't mind me asking, which shop do you tattoo at?
So I'm at Bold Stroke Studios, which is in Oak Cliff. It's right off of Jefferson.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
It's a Bold Stroke Studios in Oak Cliff, right there off of Jefferson. So yeah, I've been there about 8 months, almost a year now. But yeah, I've only been on skin almost 2 months now. Yeah. But going back to the question, I will say that I haven't had anyone cry when that I'm tattooing, but I almost cried when I finished my last one, just because I was like so emotionally like just so content on like the job that was done. I was so excited over it, and yeah, I was just like, but it was like happy emotions, you know? But yeah.
The red one.
Yeah.
Got you. What's one tattoo you have that holds the most or deepest meaning to you?
Okay, I honestly don't have a crazy amount of tattoos. I think I only have like six.
Shit,
But
only
from
six like
the
that. That's not. That's still. That's kind of. It's not too much, but that's still a lot though. Six
Yeah.
tattoos.
Yeah, that's true, I guess. But they're kind of small. But I don't know, I would the deepest meaning to me. Or I think the ones that I have now just hold memories to me from a certain point in my life.
Hmm.
That's like what I look at it. So I have this, I would say the deepest one for me, or the one that I hold the dearest, is like this one that I got. It's a swan, with like a holding a sword and it has like a little star sparkle. And this one to me it has the most memories because it was whenever me and Gutter were in Berlin and we got it and we got one the same day.
Hell yeah.
So when I look at this, it kind of like brings me back to that time. Yeah.
Is that a dragon right there?
Yeah, this is like a little Aztec parrot.
Oh,
Yeah.
I get that for sure.
This one too I got from when I worked my first Friday the 13th this last year or this year, yeah.
Hmm.
So, yeah.
For me, or in general, one thing I like about tattoo and art as a whole is it
Mhm.
kind of serves as a timestamp. So you kind of like remember like, okay, I did this when in during this, or I did this in this city, or when
Mhm.
I got a tattoo, my boyfriend got this tattoo, so we have matching tattoos in
Yeah.
Berlin. Like it's little things like that that like, make life worth living and you can remember those things even when,
Yeah.
a lot's going on. Because like it's hard to forget. I mean, excuse me, it's hard to remember so much because we're going through so much in life,
Yeah.
but it's like little things like that that kind of like, it leaves a what's the word I'm looking for? It just leaves a permanent mark on, your life. Like
Yeah.
for me, I only, of course, you already know, I only got one tattoo. It's my logo.
Yeah. I
And
like how that's your only one though.
And I think that's like the only reason like I haven't got any more tattoos because I feel like, you know, I see a lot of people get tattoos and it's pretty common. You
Yeah.
like everybody got tattoos now. And it's like
Hmm.
with me, it's easy to see like people have multiple and it's like I don't really see a lot of people who just have one. So I
That's
just
true, yeah.
so I just figured I'm gonna just have one tattoo and it's gonna be the one that means the most to me and it's gonna be my logo. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick to this and I will say this, I'm not completely against getting another tattoo, but it just got to mean something, and it has to
Hmm.
like it really has to hit. Like this tattoo on my body was kind of like a not really a timestamp, but like a sign of commitment to like the brand.
Yes. Yeah, because it's forever on you,
Exactly.
you know? So,
Like
yeah.
when I go off into the in transition to the next world or life, this tattoo is gonna be
It'll
remembered a
stay
part of me.
with you.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is
What's
it my turn?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
What do you call
You
that
can ask
when you
me.
land on the same one more than twice? If you could give a celebrity their first tattoo, who would it be?
Oh.
Like,
Do
okay,
they
you
have to be alive?
no,
No.
no, they could be dead.
Okay. Honestly, the person that comes to mind is Amy Winehouse. Because I liked her. I like how her tattoos. Because she didn't have a whole lot, but I liked the ones that she has. Like, that would have been pretty cool.
What would you give her?
Oh, I don't even
Like,
know.
let's say she's like, hey, I just want a tattoo, but I'm gonna leave all the creative
Yeah,
direction to you. Like, what would you give her?
yeah. Honestly, I would give her like either some form of like floral work, or I would like tattoo some like ballet shoes on her or something. Cause I see a bunch of pictures of her and her like pink ballet shoes that she always wore. So I feel like maybe I would tattoo that on her.
I like that. That's
Yeah.
thoughtful. Yeah,
Yeah.
because like you're thinking about them. That's kind of
Yeah.
why I like Gutter and why I used to book him a lot because
Hmm.
he would have like a lot of his photo shoots he did with like people. He would have like a concept for them,
Yeah.
and
Depending on like the person. Yeah.
exactly like he catered it to their personality.
Hmm.
So it's like it's kind of rare to like find people like to work with like that who like actually care
Yeah.
to like cater to your style. That's kind of like why I wanted to like start this brand and start like podcasting and just I want people to like feel like they can be themselves, and then I want to take their personality and kind of like give my creative twist to it.
Yeah.
But I feel like I don't see a whole lot of that nowadays. A lot of people just kind of give you the work and just like like yeah, I
Like do
take pictures.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like this is what I do. Like, but
Yeah.
again, it all just comes down to like the connection as well, because that's why like I'm kind of like strict and I kind of relate to Gutter when I don't really like to work with everybody because you don't really have that same connection with everybody. You don't really have that same spark, that inspiration. Like you don't have that same hunger and drive to work with everybody the same. So
Yeah.
I just it's weird because if you want to like be famous and you want to be commercially successful, you kind of have to just ignore all that. But for me, it has to be more than that. And I kind of I commend you for like actually even like considering like oh like this person they used to do ballet, so
Yeah.
this is what I want to put on you.
Yeah, and I think that's why like I do love tattooing as well because everyone is different. They have their own story and tattoos are forever. So I really do like working with people like that too. Yeah.
Shout out to Amy Winehouse, by the way. My mom loves her music.
Yeah, me too. Rest in
Rest in
peace.
peace. Uh, oh,
We could do that one,
yeah,
yeah.
this is new. This is regarding the going into the new year.
Yes.
So what is one lesson in 2025 that you learned?
Wow. So many, honestly.
Which lesson
What
sticks out to you the
is
most?
I would say just pushing through and seeing things through the end. Even though you may start something and you're super excited about it, but then you hit like a blockade and then you feel kind of lost or confused. I would say just what I kind of had to go through, just keep on pushing it through and just see what happens whenever you do that. And even though it might not have worked out how you wanted it to, you might be able to create something entirely new that would come from it. So, yeah, I think just pushing through, seeing it through to the end on whatever you decide to start.
My lesson for 2025 was so recently, not gonna get too personal, but I did go through a breakup around July. It kind of sucked because you know how it is. You get connected to a person, you get to know them, you're with them pretty much every
Yeah.
day, and then they suddenly just vanish, or not. They didn't suddenly vanish, but it's not the same. It's gone.
Yeah.
So I guess I guess pushing things through alone, learning that you kind of have to go through these things and process your emotions alone
Yeah.
without like all the distractions.
Yeah.
Um, Still a hard process. However, getting better, taking it day by day.
Hmm.
You know, um, staying busy, you know, making money, doing interviews,
Yeah.
trying to make clothes, hang with people who like me for me. Um, feel like it's the only thing I can do. So that I guess that's one thing I'm just learning. Just like, you know, it's not really a new lesson. Perseverance isn't really you know, it's nothing new for anybody. But
Mm,
I guess learning it on a bigger scale, you know, like because you can get close to somebody, be with them for all these years, and then you know things happen, life changes, people change,
yeah.
and now you got to grow apart from them, and it can feel a little odd sometimes.
Yeah, especially
Um,
like you said, like having to do things kind of by yourself or for yourself again. Kind of have to like relearn those things all over again. Yeah.
but yeah, actually, what you said, yeah, it's just once you just basically gotta like relearn how
Yeah.
to do things like by yourself.
Yeah. Mhm.
Gotcha. So, what got you into tattooing?
Oh, okay. So I would say just art in general and design.
I
Um,
people got the Keith Haring shirt on.
yes, I love Keith Haring. I've had this shirt forever too. I love it.
Rest in peace.
Um, I know, right? Yes, rest in peace to him too. But yeah, just design in general, and I had never really even thought to get into tattooing just because I didn't think it would be something I could make a living out of. But I got to meet other tattoo artists, and I got to kind of see that, oh, this is a possible way for me to kind of meet in the middle where I can make art and make a living from it. So, yeah, I it's been like a whole journey in of itself. Learning about the history of tattooing, I think is really cool to me too. Just how ancient it is also and how like ritualistic it can be.
Hmm.
That's what I love about it too, how it really is like a to me like a really it really is like a whole ritual from the beginning to the end, especially whenever you're spending so much time with a certain somebody and you kind of essentially you're scarring them for life, you know, so
The way you said it,
yeah, essentially that's what you're doing
you're
and
scarring me for life.
and you're inflicting pain on somebody too, like tattoos hurt. So this really is what I love about it.
Hmm.
Um, I love how creative you can get with the body too, how your body moves and how you can kind of work tattooing into that.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm very thankful that I got this opportunity to learn from somebody and to work at a shop and eventually I really do hope I can, you know, have my own solid foundation in it, and to just continue to experiment and to grow with that. Yeah.
You ever do you be talking to people like while you're tattooing them or like or do they encourage that or do they prefer you like to
Um, yeah, I they're not super strict where I'm at, honestly. Just as long as you're doing things you're supposed to and not like sanitation wise, it's just as long as you're doing that and like you're you know, you're doing your best too. But yeah, I sometimes because I am starting out, I am like super slow right now. And sometimes I tend to just like lock in on something, which is another reason why I love it is I can just kind of focus on one thing for like this certain amount of hours and like
does time like go by
yeah,
fast when you do it?
yeah, time goes by so fast. I'm like, oh, I've already been doing this for like 3 hours now, but it feels like an hour and a half to me or something, you know? So I kind of get lost in it, and that's another reason why I also love it too. But yeah, I we can like talk and stuff while I do it. Sometimes I do get to be quiet and just like zone in on it.
I don't
Yeah.
see nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
See, 30, 32 minutes. I'll tell you what. if I spin this wheel and we don't land on something new, I'm just gonna end it with last thoughts.
Okay, okay. Let's do it. Let's see what you get.
Oh, actually, this is new. I know you're relatively new, but what
Yeah.
is the craziest tattoo request you've received so far?
Craziest one. Trying to think. Honestly, okay, for me, the one that I would say would be the craziest for me is I did this kind of rib cage on this guy who's our friend. He goes by Crime. Shout out Crime. He got this tattoo for me. It's like this rib cage on his knee. But it was like all blacked out,
Mm-hmm.
and it was my first time like packing in black like that, and it was a pretty good size. It was like about 4 or 5 inches. And yeah, just that was kind of brutal, honestly, for him too, and for me, just because it was my first time doing that. And just it took a really long time for me too. So that was like a whole journey in of itself.
Were you
So
like, while you were tattooing them, were you like, ouch, ouch, ouch? Like, I couldn't imagine. I can only imagine like whenever like people ask certain tattoos on like certain body parts, they're like,
Yeah,
that's what you want on
yeah,
that part?
yeah.
And like, yeah. Are you sure?
They're like, yeah, I'm sure.
And you're just doing it, just like,
Yeah. No, I would like every time I would go back and try to fix something, I could feel his body tense up. So it was like, oh, I know he going through it, but we made it through. That's what I'm saying. Like it is such a journey. Like you make it through to the end, you're like, okay, we're done. Like we got it, you know? Especially with the other person too. You kind of, you're spending hours with somebody, and you're like, okay, we're going through this together, you know? Yeah. Especially me just starting out, like people being able to trust me like that, and it really does mean a lot to me.
hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just, my bad. I'm processing like, because that was deep. Anyways, we're approaching the end time mark. Um, Before we end it off, any last thoughts on the show, and also let the crowd know where they can find you.
Yeah, so any last thoughts? I just want to say thank you to Crunchy for inviting me out to do the show
Thank
today
you.
and to do the fashion show as well. That was so much fun. I had such a good experience with you and like all the other models. Shout out all the other models that were there that day too. Y'all made me feel so like comfortable with everyone. And the clothes were so sick. Y'all go check out that YouTube video of everyone walking the show because it came out so cool. Yeah.
Hey, y'all know where to find it, man.
Yeah.
Y'all go like the video, go subscribe. Like, stop playing with me. Stop playing. No, it's a pleasure to have you on here. We're trying to bring more women on the show. Of course, with crazy times we got going on, timing could be a little bit odd.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I get a little impatient. I'm like, people being late, people not want to show up, but I'm starting to, be a little bit more graceful and understand that not everybody works on my timing.
That's
We all,
another lesson.
yeah, we just letting things flow and unfold naturally. But I'm also, I'm not forcing anything as well. But I'm also letting it be known that my interests are out there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, period.
but yeah, I appreciate you for coming on the show, especially y'all coming from like a far part of like Dallas to
Mhm.
out here. And it's always a pleasure to, have a, new guests come into our environment,
Yes.
welcoming a new guest into my home, my sanctuary, and, just
Mhm.
part of me,
Mhm.
just unwind and, kind of have a natural conversation, without having to like try to talk over each other at a party or something. But, oh yeah,
Oh, yes.
let them know where they can find you.
So y'all can find me on Instagram at air period ARTT. I'm gonna be posting a lot more of my art next year and more focused on tattoos work. But yeah, any other kind of creative outlet, I just post it on there anyways. So yeah, it's air.artt.
Oh, and I don't know how this slipped my mind. But big shout out to her too, cause she did the artwork for the one of my covers for an article I did.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, for shout out to Voyage Dallas for doing an article on me. I had her
Yes.
do a little sketch design for me about a year ago. I just wanted to do something different, and
Yeah.
I knew with your style, I'm like, you know what? Let me show some love, because I think you bought something from me, if I'm not mistaken. So I wanted to, like, pay it forward and,
Yeah.
like, support the
Yeah, I appreciated that too.
Hey, that's one thing about me. If you support my brand, and if you put money into me, or if you actually show that you like support, you actually show that you support me, like, I'm gonna pay it forward, and I'm gonna make sure I do the same thing back to you. And if I haven't, it isn't on purpose. It's just I'm going through a tough time financially, like everybody else. But I will eventually get to it and support. So shout out to her for doing that little drawing. I mean, not even just little, that drawing for me, because it really meant a lot to me. I sometimes stare at it, like,
You still have the print I gave you?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
actually hanging up in my room.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I have,
Yeah,
I
so
like,
I got it.
yeah, of course. I look at it, I'm like, because I don't really see too many drawings of myself. Like, a lot of people don't do artwork of me, so
Mhm.
to see that,
Yeah.
I mean, I think I speak for everybody. Like, I just love seeing, me in somebody else's eyes. So, like, when someone
Yeah.
like draws me, it's like,
I like that. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
get somebody else's, like, vision of what you look like
Yeah.
in their eyes.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna go ahead and end it. I appreciate y'all for supporting us. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow us on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Rumble, all that good stuff. We're gonna try to drop another video. I want to say a week later, after New Year's. We're gonna feature another female designer, who's also, I think she was a part of the show. We didn't formally meet, but she found my socials through a model who walked for us in the show,
Okay.
and we're
Guys
gonna.
haven't been talking about it.
It was kind of I'm not gonna lie, it's a very sudden conversation, but we got to the point, and it's understood that she likes what I'm doing. I like her clothes. Her clothes are very fire, and I'm very eager to have her on the show, and
Nice.
ask some intricate questions about her designs and who she is as a person.
Mhm.
So stay tuned for that. Make sure y'all have I hope y'all have a good January, a good New Year. We're gonna drop more content. Until next time, I'll see you later. Peace.
Bye. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Be safe.
That was a good ending.